All right, everyone, and welcome to the Community Spotlight. This week we've got Trine series going to be showcased. Where instead of showing a bunch of categories of the same game, we're showing the 4 games from the Trine series, just in order. So we're going to be starting off with Trine 1. Got Edward G. and Everton here to help us along with Trine 1. Why don't you both say hello?
Hello, I'm Edward G.
Hello, I'm Ebert.
And we're going to have
running Trine 1 for you.
Yeah. So I believe this run is new game plus any %. But before we get too far into Trine, just have a few quick announcements that we'd like to go over real quick. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for, I think it's Time Capsule this week. Yes, Time Capsule at 8 p.m. Eastern. That's a show that we have on Hotfix about games that are released in a specific year of the calendar. So we're going to have a bunch of speedruns from games that were all released in the same year. It's a lot of fun. You should make sure you tune in for that. And of course, game submissions for Summer Games Done Quick are open, and volunteer submissions are open as well. Those will be running until the 14th of March. So, Edward G., Everton, how are you both doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm excited to be able to run for you guys. It's a big opportunity, and I'm very thankful that you guys set this up for us.
Yeah, I feel the same. Very cool of you to set this up, and yeah, hopefully we give a good showing of the Trine games.
Is there anything you think the audience should know about this game before we get the run started? Because I know it's pretty fast-paced.
This game, is ridiculously fast-paced. There's tons of glitches that are very confusing and don't make any sense, but that's just the game in general. So you can't really understand what's going on at first, but as you start getting into it, you'll start understanding things a little more, maybe.
Yeah, it will mostly look similar for most of the run. There's a lot of same glitches, but there's a lot of glitches, so
yeah,
you'll get the hang of it eventually.
All right, so would you rather just start the run then?
I mean, there's nothing else to do, so yeah.
Okay.
I guess I'll count from 3 to 1, and then I'll say go.
I am ready when you are.
3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, so we got the first level, which acts kind of like a tutorial level. You will play each character solo. First off is Soya. She's a little thief. She can hook shot and shoot arrows, and yeah, she has some cool stuff.
Yeah, just some basic platforming in this section.
It's a pretty slow level, this one, since you only have one character to run. We unlock all 3 stuff happens.
Cutscenes in this game are broken, and you have to press the escape button at really precise times to not lose a lot of time, at least real time. In in-game time, the cutscenes don't count as in-game time, so that's not a problem, but we're doing real time right now.
Alright, so here we have the Amadeus wizard. He can make boxes, planks, triangles by drawing. When Edward draws with the mouse, he makes different objects. So right here he makes planks and get plank boosts. Saves a little bit of time. And last but not least, we have Pontius the Knight, which can charge, has a fiery sword, and yeah, basic platforming. But you will see.
Here we're gonna have the first glitch in the game. It's called the rope cut through the plank. We don't have a name for it. I just made it up right now.
Very nice.
Yeah, I got it like pretty quick.
Yeah, that can be tricky.
So what exactly
it is.
happened there that made it glitchy?
You have to like hit the thing at a very specific angle for it to cut. Alright, so here we're gonna see the first confusing glitch. That's very weird. We're flying. Trine, can you explain this for me?
Yeah, so this is called infinite charge. Yeah, for short. And essentially what happens is he will start a charge, and as he starts a charge, he pause the game, open the inventory, and change an inventory from the knight to any other character, and he will just start flying.
Exactly.
I don't know why that happens, but it just happens, and it's so cool. And another thing
And,
is just... Yeah, sorry.
yeah.
Go on.
I just went through the gate there. And you can explain that as well.
Yeah, so there's a couple of clips in this game. You saw one of them there, where if you go up to a gate and switch from Pontius to Amadeus and then exit out of the level and then re-enter, you will clip through the fence, because the game will move you slightly further when you re-enter the game.
Oh, is that how that happened? I wasn't sure why we exited the game there.
Yeah, it will slightly push you forward. It's kind of specific.
Yeah, when you
need-
switch the characters in that certain order, you'll always get pushed to the right. And that's how we clip through the gate. We just moved to the right and we spawn on the other side of the gate.
and you
Because gates are really thin.
missed another clip as well. I guess like
Yeah.
a prop clip, plank clip. You,
Yeah,
it's
there's a hole in that gate, so that's why it works there.
yeah.
And another one here,
Very nice.
triangle clip. I recently found it, and the way it works is you switch between two characters very fast, and for some reason the physics cancel on the rope, and it won't cut, so you just get pushed through the gate for some reason.
It's so cool.
Yeah, it's one of the best glitches in my opinion.
And the reason why you don't see him charge everywhere, that infinite charge, is because there's so many obstacles and the levels can be quite vertical at points. And
Yeah, and doing an infinite dash takes like a couple seconds because of the menuing.
exactly, you need to set it up.
How
So
difficult?
here it's
why-
barely even.
I was just gonna ask, how difficult are these tricks? Like, how precise is the timing?
Yes, you are correct.
I'd say the infinite dash is like less than half a second time window.
All makes sense.
It's like 0.3 maybe. I just assume because I never timed it.
And our physical beings are mere
But I'm trying to be as fast as possible, so I'm actually not going for 0.3. I'm going like for the first couple milliseconds, so I save time every time I do it. So it's very precise.
Dragon graveyard. So instead of slaughter,
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but
we go where the
when he makes
blood
triangles, Soya can hookshot
What will
them.
you do if they come to
And
the
that will help a lot with gaining up in the air to set up for some infinite charges. Which he
And
will do
here you're
here.
gonna see a great use of the infinite dash.
Yeah, he will set up. And hopefully he will
And
infinite
we
dash
end at
right
the
to the
level.
end.
And
Got
here
it.
we're gonna, in this level, we're gonna see a new glitch.
Very nice. You got
I'll need to concentrate for this one. One, two,
Having survived the wait, Having
three.
survived-
Okay, we made it. We made it.
very
having
nice.
survived,
This is very precise, so I'm very thankful I made it. Damn, this is a good run actually. This is PB pace.
So it was essentially the same thing, but clipping left side. It works the same, right, Ed?
Yeah, every time you quit out, if you quit out like a right, the first frame, you always get pushed to the left instead of
Yeah.
the right.
So yeah, now we just get a little
And
Preview
we
of the
touched
level.
the end trigger.
fear had found.
such a fast. I love that level. That's such a good music.
Yeah, the music is amazing and the art style is
yeah.
also amazing.
Yeah, I love the high
this game is
fantasy.
very renowned for its art style.
Art
and I
style
love it.
music. Yeah.
Yeah. And you're gonna see me fail Infinite Dash here, because I'm trying it too early. Holy, that's a lot of attempts there.
It's okay. You got
Yeah, it's okay.
And oh boy, the skeletons.
Yeah, they're off, man. They can literally fly around. They can bug out and like vibrate in the air.
They'll be in your way a lot of the times, blocking your path. They are probably the most annoying thing about this game, in my opinion.
I have to get out of here.
Yeah.
We're close to the
Okay,
dungeon.
so here you'll see another
This is the way to the
nice
castle.
gate clip, setting up with
Yeah.
a triangle.
Oh, I got it. Nice.
Fear.
That was that was scary.
Our heroes
So
entered
you're
the
playing New
castle.
Game Plus, and that's obviously giving you access to a bunch of
Gives me
stuff in your inventory. But does it do anything else for you, or is it just retaining all of the relics?
It
So-
gives you skills and items in the inventory. It pretty much gives me every skill I'm using, like the dash, the fire arrows, and pretty much everything else, like the multiple flanks you can do, the triangle, being able to hook to the triangle, and yeah, items that give you bonus health, mana. They revive you if you die once.
Yeah, so normally when you start this game from the game, you have a lot of experience to pick up, which you can open up a skill tree and skill into
Our
these
heroes
skills.
entered
So we just have that everything unlocked to go as
Another
fast as
cool
possible.
gate clip here. An attempt to kill a skeleton.
Nice.
Almost. Killing that skeleton isn't really important, but it's pretty swag.
Our heroes
Okay.
entered the
We're gonna 18 dash here. Skip all those walking section. Because we're going
King's
fast.
banner.
Alright.
The symbol looks like the
This
artifact
level
of
is, I believe, one of the shortest.
This doesn't look like
Oh, yeah, that's
So
cool.
don't blink.
I can't believe this. They have ruined it all. We must hurry.
Nice, and another clip coming.
the second artifact.
Very clean.
So upcoming here, he will go into an elevator and he will shoot arrows to go faster down. Because physics.
Yeah. Great physics.
It's a small time saver. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a cool detail.
Look over there. What's
Oh,
that?
nice charge. Just
Some
skips
sort
that entire.
With great enthusiasm.
That entire end section there. It's very
Yeah.
neat.
To go if we want to reach the
That
ruins
section is
before
kind of rough normally.
So calming.
Please, skeleton, don't troll me. Okay.
Ooh, he was coming for you.
Yeah, it's scary because if he stands in front of you, he can like teleport around and block you.
Ooh, so there he made
So
a
I'm always scared when I
plank.
see a skeleton.
There he made a plank made as a ramp and then charged to get enough height to go over. Very nice. It's looking very good.
With great
It's
enthusiasm.
crazy how you're just going from clip to infinite charge to boosting
Yeah,
all over the
it's-
place. Like it's just completely.
Yeah, it's a
nonstop.
very fast-paced speedrun.
Fast, super technical. You'll see, like, from all the Trine games, they will be look or play kind of differently. So you'll see quite a different runs. This one is, yeah,
Okay, it worked. Nice.
very technical.
That was very nice. But
Nice.
still, very good run so far.
The night
This
came
can
so
definitely PB.
World record, live at GDQ, I believe.
That would be amazing, but Leech is very good. Shoutouts to Leech.
Yeah, shoutouts to Leech.
Maximum Leech.
He was unfortunately unavailable at this moment.
Yeah, otherwise he would have run for you. He's a very good runner. Very solid and fast.
Nice little plank puzzle.
Leech just joined chat as you were saying that apparently, and sent you a heart.
Hello, Leech. Good to see you, man.
My man. this level can be tricky because you can't see anything. So normally you're meant
Oh
to
my god,
like
this fireball.
light
It
up
just went
those.
flying. Sorry.
Yeah, light it up. So you basically do everything in
Okay.
the dark.
Finally, the darkness.
So here, we actually don't use any glitch to get out of the map. The devs just literally put a hole in the collision.
Nasty bones.
Yeah,
Who would
that's
abandon something like
what
this?
exactly what's happening here.
Beautiful.
So we're gonna make a triangle. That's not a triangle. And we're gonna hook onto it, and then we're just gonna land on top of the collision because the devs just put a hole there.
Very
So we
nice.
can just pass through it with triangles. Okay, good.
This looks fine. Everything looks fine.
Yeah, it's perfectly fine actually. Despite the looks. Okay, here we need to jump on invisible collisions. And we just infinite dash. Because infinite dash is fast. And we like fast.
We like fast.
Yeah, we like fast.
Fast is good.
We also like PBs here, so that's what
Yeah.
we're going for right now.
Please, please. You can do it.
Yeah, I think I can do it because this level is actually the major one that kills my run. So the fact that I just got it so fast, like
Not too long ago,
increases chances of a PB by 90%.
Very, very nice.
It's not for grown men.
So you can see those wooden barriers I break with my arrows.
not too long ago.
The arrows can actually pass through them for some reason. There's like holes in the collision, so you can just shoot right at it and the arrow won't explode and won't break it. It's kind of annoying. Oh! Sorry. That was close. Holy. Oh, please, no. Skeletons. Behave.
That was scary.
Sorry, Leech. I like my planks more. I'm not gonna do the triangle.
Sounds like you have a disagreement in strats with Leech there.
Yeah. He likes to do triangles. I like to do planks. I think planks is actually faster.
It's easier to
You
draw,
just
that's for
dash
sure.
into them. Alright, level 13, this is one of the harder ones, so I will need to concentrate.
Our heroes
Hopefully we
look
get
west.
the cool creep through the... Okay, we didn't. I jinxed it before it
We
happened.
must save the people.
They're not here anymore.
Here we're gonna take a different route, 10 Leech, again,
Bones. It don't
because we have a disagreement.
first.
But I actually believe mine is faster. Like, look how fast this is, man. It's so fast.
Damn. Right over everything.
Alright, so we're gonna go for a cool rope swing here that I didn't get, but we're gonna go for backups. So the shield actually extends your collision, and it like almost doubles your collision, so you can grab checkpoints through the wall and stuff. That's what I just did there.
Yeah, just grab the checkpoint and reload, and you, bam.
Yeah,
right
as a
there.
backup. But in the next level, we're actually gonna do it as a strat.
Yeah, it's
Another
a huge
triangle
time
clip.
save.
This is a new triangle clip.
Ooh, nice. Skipping the elevator.
Yeah. Hopefully that skeleton didn't push me out of the gate. Okay, it did. Oh no.
As our
Skeletons,
heroes
please.
looked-
The smell of
Yeah.
Oh no.
As our heroes
Please.
looked west.
No. Why you do this to me, skeleton?
As our heroes looked.
Okay, it worked this time.
As our heroes looked.
The next level is the final level before the boss. This game is flybys.
Our heroes broke through
Iron
the gate.
Forge.
Used to be the main strat where we grab the checkpoint through the wall there.
remind
But now we just infinite dash into a clear out since we just gain time.
best weapon of all.
And main menu time doesn't count as game time.
heroes broke.
Nice.
It's fine.
So yeah, yet again, just clipping for everything. There's a lot of like puzzles going on that you need to
Yeah,
press
this
so many
used to
buttons
be-
and
Sorry, keep going.
used to, yeah, you skip so many puzzles. This used to be a very long level.
Yeah, it used to be the longest level in the entire game, and now it's like not even close to that.
Yeah, it's yeah.
How many puzzles do you actually do in this game as opposed to skipping?
0.
Yeah, zero, very much.
And we open 0 gates. Like, that's mind blowing. 0 gates open, 0 puzzles solved. This is a puzzle platformer, and we don't do any of that. We just do platforming.
I have a bad feeling about
Yep,
this.
and on to the final boss, which is essentially like a platformy level. You need to climb a vertical tower.
Ah!
It can be trolly.
No, skeleton!
To the ledge.
We must get
Sorry.
to the top.
So
Oh,
Sarek
God.
will spawn in planks and boxes to block your way. So you will shoot fire arrows to destroy them, essentially.
So here you're gonna see me re-hooking, because when items spawn, for some reason your hook can just disappear. So I'm like spamming the hook, so I don't get de-hooked and fall down. That's weird. Please, box.
By the way, time is coming up pretty soon.
Yeah. We're very close to it.
Alright, get
That's
ready.
not the triangle, man. Okay. Time. And we got a PB.
Very nice.
Congratulations.
Let's go, man. Thanks.
So no world record, just PB?
Yeah, it's a 16-second PB. Pretty good.
Nice.
So that was a 1832?
No, 1802.
Oh, damn. Yeah, very solid run.
Yeah, almost second place. Shoutouts to Dinos.
Very,
Man,
very
I'm
good.
pretty happy with the final time. The real time is actually very, very fast. I
Definitely.
expected it to be more like 20, but yeah. I want to give a big shout out to the Trine community, Trine joining community especially, to Leech, Dinos, especially Trine for helping with the commentary. It's very nice of you. You did
No
a good
problem.
job.
As the evil
And
vanished,
this was
the
Trine
old
1.
king,
I
or
hope you
little
enjoyed
remnant
it.
of his human soul,
And maybe, you know,
set
if you enjoyed the speedrun, you could join
free.
our
The
Discord,
artifact slowly restored the
and
balance of the world.
we could help you with
Life,
learning it
joys
if you're interested in
returned to
that.
the kingdom. In the
Yep,
spring,
I just linked the speedrun.com in the chat.
Thank you.
And the Discord is there if people are interested. But do you have any shoutouts or anything you'd like to give before we go?
Oh yeah, shout outs to David and to MXPPH and Numbers, Extend. And let's see, David Prime, of course. David is a insane Trine Forerunner. Big shout outs to him. And of course, Maximum Leech. And that's about it. Play AG, yeah.
All right, thanks for showing off
Please,
Trine
yeah.
1 for us, Edward, and congrats on the PB. We're going to take a
Thank you,
quick
man.
break here while we get set up for Trine 2, which is coming up next by Kit Carson. So make sure you
That's
stick
exciting.
around. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Community Spotlight. We are back from our quick break, and we've got Kit Carson here, who's going to be running Trine 2. We're having a little bit of a technical difficulty, and Kit Carson cannot hear me, but he was planning on just doing solo commentary anyway. So I'm just going to do my quick intro. We're going to cue Kit, and then he's just going to go off and do his own thing for the run. So before we drop into it, I just want to thank everybody who's tuned in so far. And remind everyone that Hotfix is funded in part thanks to subscriptions and bits. So we appreciate everyone for tuning in, and we would really appreciate if you consider subscribing. But with that, I think I'm just going to toss it on over to Kit and let him take it away, since, again, he cannot hear me currently due to technical difficulties, but we can hear him, and he was planning on just doing the run commentary all on his own anyway. So I'm just going to let him know he can start talking now, and then we can sit back and enjoy the show.
All right. Well, my name's Kit Carson. I can't hear Discord, so we're having some communication issues, but I'm ready to start my run. I'm very excited. So, just start whenever. I'm ready to go. Okay. Yeah, I'll just count down just in case you needed to. So, on go. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. So, I wasn't here for the Trine 1 run, so I'm not sure how much they explained as far as similarities go. But you're going to be seeing some similarities across the games. So first level is pretty basic. We're going to go through all the characters like we did last time.
This
Oh.
wouldn't stop the great wizard, Amadeus. With his magic, he could lift objects. The light moved through the forest.
Just walking along.
Amadeus further. I demand to know what's
I'm sure you saw the clipping glitch in Trine 1.
headed out that
They were probably clipping through walls and doors and stuff. You'll see that again in a similar fashion.
A warlock must be behind this.
And yeah, so you know, same characters,
Teach him a lesson with
similar functionality. But one main thing, huge thing, difference between Trine 1 and Trine 2,
that looks
our warrior does not have as much charge as Trine 1 warrior. So this one is on like a timer. The other one just kind of like, I don't even know how it works because I haven't really played Trine 1 that much, but
weeds.
you get to charge a lot more in Trine 1.
Pontius the brave, and I won't fall in a battle with dandelions.
And you don't actually have to fight these. You can just sit here and do nothing, which is what I usually do.
Trine.
Yeah, it's nice to relax in a speedrun, even if it's only the beginning.
hidden from the shimmering moonlight.
Oh, I missed that grapple. That's okay. It's not that important.
Sawyer passed through the town as quietly as a whisper.
But yeah, you probably saw in Trine 1 grappling.
Saw a glimmering
Same thing, really.
of the old church.
It is one of the most important movement options we have as far as just cutting down time and stuff.
Trine had come for the heroes.
Yeah, that's the first level. Pretty easy.
Let the adventure begin.
Where are we? Where did the Trine bring us?
Let's take a look around to find out.
So yeah, it might not seem as action-packed as Trine 1 because of the charging differences, but I promise there's plenty of action.
Intruders.
So yeah, we just kind of skipped a cutscene there. There's nothing actually stopping you from moving forward, so we just go, pretty much. Yeah, lots of grappling action. Alright. One of the other most important things is that force field that you just saw. And yeah, I'm looking at chat and Discord, so, you know, I can see, oh,
It's a huge.
if you have any questions, I'll try to answer them.
So the
So here's our first clip here. I messed it up because I started as the ranger. Let's try this again.
So the Trine.
There we go. So they probably explained this in Trine 1. I don't remember the differences, because there probably are differences. But essentially, you have to start as the warrior or the wizard. You cannot start as Zoya, who's the ranger. And then once you're against the wall that you want to clip through, you have to cycle through all of them. And then you quit and reload the save. And then you're through the wall.
Is that the wind blowing? No, it's the air coming from those pipes. What a jolly looking place.
The Snorlax type barriers, yeah. In this case, it's a giant snail. Alright, yep. So that was a wonderful display of hitboxes. So in our 2D game, well 2.5D,
Giant snails.
we have 3D hitboxes. I shot right through the middle of that breakable debris, whatever you want to call it.
I'd better keep my eye on them.
So you have to kind of aim at the edge. It's kind of annoying, but oh well.
The Trine had brought our hero.
I wonder what goblins eat.
They eat people, like you.
Oh dear.
There's a lot of things we can grapple onto that are kind of off screen. So you just have to know where they are. Oops. Okay, let's do that. That force field just helps us get through the character cycle there. And then we clip through. Am I gonna make that? No, I'm not. Oops, okay. I charged a little bit early there, that's why I didn't make that. Another important thing that you've already seen a lot of is gliding. Just helps us get across a lot of gaps that we otherwise wouldn't have. Lots of grappling here. And charging helps us get across those gaps sometimes.
We've spent. The Trine had.
It shows on the hand.
The heroes had found.
How difficult is it to get into this run?
Told us more. We find her sister.
I would say
Let's interrogate
that it's pretty easy, honestly. And it's a lot of fun. Like, really, I mean, you can say this about a lot of speed games you might have gotten into, but I literally just picked this up because I loved this game when I played it. And I decided to speedrun it. And you can just, you know, casually play through it. It's pretty easy to figure out how to skip all the puzzles, given how broken the anti-gravity field is, and gliding, all that sort of stuff. So even if you're a casual player, if you have all the unlocks, then it's not too difficult to get a decent run going. Yeah, so that's a boss, but off screen there's a wall that we just go through. I think we will only be fighting, we'll be fighting one mini boss,
The marshlands as the night fell.
and then two regular bosses.
This is
So,
home of the witch.
initially when this game came out,
A witch, you say?
it didn't have all the levels it currently does.
There's a stew.
They added on more levels later. So right now I'm running through all of the levels, but initially the game ended at the dragon boss, which you'll see later,
The torches in
about halfway through. And we call that classic percent because, you know, it's the classic version or run of the game.
Witches eat babies.
And I'm running story percent, which is the full story.
Don't worry. I'll protect you, Amadeus.
So yeah, if you do want to run the game, you can just run classic percent. It's only like half an hour long. Pretty digestible for a speed run. Oops. Missed that. Gotta work on my aim. If you have good aim, you'll be good at this game. Gotta aim all those grapples, all those shots.
the torches in
And yeah, the run is also a lot shorter now because of the clipping glitch that we found. It's the most recent addition as far as speedrun strats go, I'd say. Also, we normally play on hard difficulty, which can prove to be hard. Wow, who would imagine? Like those plant cannons, I guess you'd call them. Those will kill you in 3 shots for sure. And goblins like to get in the way as well.
Take cover.
Yeah, without infinite dashing, we rely on grappling a lot more in this game. Wait, do we play on hard? I think I got it backwards, but I'm pretty sure we do.
Why isn't it attacking?
You know what? I think I might have that backwards. Even on easy, it's still hard. I think that's what I was trying to say, because I think we do play on easy, actually.
Where did it go? It was an illusion, Pontius. It wasn't real. It just looked like a dragon.
That's one fashionable dragon.
Mad dog.
Yeah, and,
Frighteningly accurate. I hope we never run into his
you know, the way you actually defeat him is by destroying his fashion. You have to shoot his earrings to destroy him.
whoever
You'll see that later. Spoilers, I know.
whoever lived in
Also, doing the clipping glitch breaks things sometimes. Like, those fire cannons are supposed to spin, but once you do the clipping glitch, they just don't spin. And a good way of mitigating damage is switching between characters. Usually, well, I don't think there's one character I'd readily sacrifice, actually. I was going to say there was, but it really just depends on the situation. And you really got to think on the spot if you do have to sacrifice someone. Just like in the moment. Like right now, okay. That was close.
whoever lived in
Okay, let's get rid of those. I probably should have saved my charge for that. But, oh well. Yeah, skipping triggers is probably what it is. We'll probably see a lot more. Oh, nice. You can also just return to checkpoint. That usually saves yourself, but a lot of the time in the speed run we skip checkpoints just purely by luck, whatever.
Whoever lived in
So sometimes you might go to return to a checkpoint to save yourself and you go back like 2 minutes. Maybe not that much, but you get the point.
All the traps I laid out for the goblins.
It makes you want to play again. Yeah, you should.
It's better to travel on a
I mean,
stomach.
I've kind of been de-resting. I'm not as experienced as I used to be, but playing the game again has definitely been very fun for me. So I probably might try and take back a leaderboard spot. We'll see. Oops. Okay. Oh, that went surprisingly well. Those goblins like to get in the way a lot, so... Oops, wrong arrow. Okay. Yeah, when in doubt about getting across a gap, you just make a force field and then a plank inside of it, and then you just
This forest.
get across. It's usually that simple. But you'll see some slightly harder techniques with the force field and the wizard's platforms later. Oh, well, you can just do this actually. Kind of a waste of a charge, but
That pit is full of those monster
it's not a huge deal.
Close your eyes and imagine they're hyacinths.
Ooh, that's close. Alright, so you can clip through this door, but I usually choose not to because it's a pain and it's just easy to magnetize that box onto the lever thing. Oh, shoot. Let's try that again. Okay. The pulley, that's what it is. It's kind of a pulley. Ooh, okay. You guys missed me. Aw.
This must be the cave Rosabelle mentioned. It should lead us to the castle.
And yeah, we do run on in-game time for the leaderboards just because of
I guess we were meant to find
varying load times and all the pausing that happens. I mean, the pausing probably... Ah, shoot. I missed a really hard grapple there. You can... I don't know if you can see it, but... There's a grapple spot that you can get on. Saves a couple seconds. I usually don't get it though. Yeah, we probably should include all the pausing movements in the run, but it's not a huge deal. Excluding the load times is kind of the main goal.
There must be something in the water here. Or maybe it's in the soil.
Can't wait to find out what.
We're gonna save our charge here. I used to charge off that box, but it's definitely a waste when we have a flat open area there. Yeah, as you can see, even if like the grapple spot is literally right in front of me, I'll always go for it because it just gives you that little extra bit of momentum
Demise now.
without infinite charging. It's definitely very useful.
Rainbows and unicorns.
And yeah, on that part, you're supposed to light up the area with like a plant or something so you can see what you're doing, but we're speedrunners, so we do not need to see what we're doing. We'll do it in the dark. And we will be doing that again at a later level. So just in case you missed that. I always forget where this is. Oh, I found it. Alright. Oh, okay. Not high enough. Should be able to get high enough. Let's try that again. There we go. That's one part that I didn't really de-rest on, because I think usually we just glide until we're ready to hit. Oh shoot. I've never done that. Wow. Incredible. Alright. Yeah. Usually
While in the
we
cavern,
glide. So we're basically airborne until
Beautiful dawn.
we hit that bouncy mushroom.
Castle shouldn't be
there's
far.
some huge
And then we get enough air to make it up.
They're called coconuts.
so there's some huge hairy nuts.
No, they're fruit.
Shouldn't they be called cocoa fruit then?
Also, the dialogue in this game is fun. Even if you've heard it a billion times. Too bad the runner has a bad mic. I know. I'm sorry. Oh, shoot. Let's try that again. We want to charge. Okay. I'm not sure why I can't get up here. Okay. Alright. Backup plan. If I can switch arrows. That's the normal way. And I think this is the only underwater part, which makes this a 10 out of 10 game in my book.
Is this quite safe?
Typewriter needs some oil. Ooh.
This is going to require.
Alright, yep. How will you know how hard I'm gaming if you can't hear my keyboard? You know?
While in the cavern,
Oops, I did that wrong. Let's hope this
while
works.
in the
Yeah, it didn't work, so let's try that again. Switch to the other end of the character spectrum.
while in the
and then you do the cycle. Okay. Let's try it again. If you don't get this the first time, it becomes very annoying.
Did you know that the octopus has 3 hearts? Hey, that's thank you, Mr. Octopus.
So yeah, if you want to get past something quickly, force fields and planks.
Well, well, she wasn't lying about being
And
quick.
coming up, force fields and boxes
Wouldn't tell lies.
to go up instead of horizontal.
Some action.
And this part we actually do have to kill these guys. If I can aim. You can clip through that bookcase, but it does not put you in a good spot. It puts you underground and you don't really have a way of getting out. Also, if you want to make boxes, just draw a circle. Alright, there's gonna be a lot of spamming here, so you might want to cover your ears. Alright.
Yes, you toad.
Essentially,
Treasure at last,
what I was doing there
if you don't mind.
Hurrah!
was I was switching
Majesty.
between the ice arrow and the fire arrow,
Shall we head back to the house?
which allows me to machine gun
I want to take a look around first.
my arrows, basically.
Look, this is
And this part used to be a very long, like,
Yes.
uh, wait,
Portal locket.
so where is she now?
but now you can just skip it with the clipping, so
We'll take a quick look around and then...
I'm not gonna make that. You can actually, oh, yeah. You can actually make that, but it's kind of tricky.
And now, it won't little. This. You're not
And this is one of the first levels that can be very annoying as far as deaths are concerned. Oops. That works. Oh no, okay. There we go. So yeah, if you don't want liquids to pour out of something, then just force field it. Also, there's like a cutscene there, but we hit the checkpoint, so you can just return to checkpoint. Yeah, I believe force fields slow down everything, including rotating platforms and such. The ones that fall, the platforms that fall, I'm sure you've seen those. They definitely slow down those. Oops. Nice, I got it. So it takes 2 arrows to get one of those eyes, but you can use the hammer for 1 shot.
This looks like one of
But you have to have actually surprisingly good aim because you have to. The hitbox is like right on the pupil, so it's not as big as you think it would be.
Princess, come back.
Let's follow her.
While trying to save
I'm so grateful that you clicked.
Another very long cutscene kind of deal, but we're gonna skip it. And we're not gonna have UI
We can't do that even if
for most of the level now.
I see.
'Cause it's supposed to be like a cutscene.
Sister.
Isabel.
Poor Isabel.
she's a wicked cunning. We'll
Rosabelle, I'm afraid I can't allow that.
princesses ought to be nice and lovely. And now crap.
So yeah, enjoy the cinematic experience with no clutter. Yeah, that cutscene skip probably saves like almost a minute.
Let's get out of his sight.
So yeah, it used to be a very long wait. Oops.
Where did they go?
And this part that's coming up is very easy to die on. And it's very easy to just lose a lot of time because you get stuck in an endless loop of dying. So we're gonna try and make it through the first time using our force fields. Oops. Alright, yeah, that wasn't too bad. Alright, and this is a puzzle we actually have to solve. So we're just gonna go ahead and do this. We gotta pour this lava onto the ice because we can't clip through it, unfortunately. Is there a limit on how often you can force field? No, there is not. I mean, you can only have one force field up at a time, but you can do it as much as you want, essentially.
While trying,
This icy slope will be the death of us.
Oh, I wish I could make shapes. Alright. There we go. And we don't need to fight this guy. Oops. Well, it would help if we had Zoya, so let's try that again. I should probably break that. There we go.
while trying,
And we're gonna end the level a little bit early.
Long way down.
Usually we have to wait, but we don't like waiting.
the heroes had
Let's storm this lair.
Alright, and this is the last level of Classic Percent.
the heroes had
It's kind
So,
of sad. They
if
look
you wanted to do the shorter version of the run,
There's something behind this picture.
this is where you'd end the run, essentially. It ends on the last hit of the dragon. But we're doing story percent, so there's more levels after this that we're gonna do.
What's hurting it?
And yeah, we just have to hit all of his earrings. It's not too difficult. except the way he cycles swinging his head can make the last earring annoying to hit because of the way he moves and he essentially moves in 3D kind of, but we can only hit him in 2D, if that makes sense. It gets kind of annoying.
Creatures of the night, use my call. Deal with this rabble.
So usually I try to save the goatee one for last, because it's the easiest one to hit no matter where his head is, but we start the level in darkness and I just shoot up basically and hope for the best. Alright, yeah, so the last earring, he has his head turned this way, but we need to shoot this one, so there we go.
We did it!
Let me tell you a little story that reveals.
So yeah, this is the start of the
Goblins at the walls!
extra levels, the story levels, full story, DLC. Oops. And this is where it starts getting very difficult. Like, they really amped it up for these levels. But that makes it more fun, so. Oh, let's try that again.
The Trine. And I thought it good. A nice cup of
Let's
tea
make
and change
haste.
of
There must be
clothes.
more goblins at the walls.
Yeah, so if you go to the right there, it kind of speeds up the dialogue, which you'd normally have to wait for, so.
All of a sudden, I really want bacon.
I wish I could aim.
Maybe we should find Lady Margaret first, before we go and kick them goblins out.
This level's not too bad, but
Right now.
once we get into these next levels, it'll definitely. Oops. Let's try that again.
Let's deal with these goblins.
One second, I'm working on it. The stream just completely died, so give me a second.
Oh. Alright. Good thing we DC'd, because I had a bit of a mishap anyways. I don't know if some of you remember, I was talking about how sometimes we use checkpoints to save ourselves from death. And I did that. Well, I used it to respawn characters. And the checkpoint was very far away, because I had not grabbed a checkpoint since then. But here we are. Back to where we were.
Goblins, go back to your swamps.
And yeah, there's like one little timing where you can damage this guy during that cutscene. Okay. And that shot is harder than it looks. Just want to say that.
Outsmarted by Wheeze the Goblin. Why
I went back to show you the part you missed, exactly. I was just being considerate.
Dustland.
Those despicable savages. We have to find Margaret and the triplets.
No one mentioned your children. Chances are they're still safe.
Now, I'm gonna be honest, this is something I forgot to research or relearn. There's a way to speed up your walking
Why won't it come back and
with the hammer, but I totally forgot how to do it, and I totally forgot to look it up again.
We'll find her.
But
What horrors she must be enduring.
I don't know if you know, guys, some of you know the speedrunner Hetfield. I forget which numbers are on the end of his username, but pretty sure he's the only Hetfield. Anyways, he used to run this game, and he most recently was doing co-op runs,
So them statues.
and they found that strategy for using the hammer to speed yourself up.
Outsmarted by Wheeze.
But I don't remember how to do it, so. Hetfield 90, right. I was gonna say 70 for some reason.
Outsmarted by Wheeze.
Yeah, he also runs Ori. That's correct.
Outsmarted by Wheeze.
Who's this?
Goblins seem to have taken a fancy to it.
Oops.
Goblin god.
If I could get up, that'd be great. Alright. Oops. I really hate turning this thing. Milani does it so quickly, and I have no idea how he does it, but I'd probably enjoy it more if I could actually turn it quickly. Also, this puzzle we used to have to solve, and it was very annoying because there's a lot of zombies or mummies that spawn throughout you trying to solve the puzzle, because killing them is pointless.
It's nice to be cool for a
And
change.
yeah, it's very easy to die right there, just endlessly. But now we just skip it.
After the goblins had attacked the king. Luckily, the giant worm did not chew.
Trine! I demand you come to us this instant and take us away. They wouldn't have taken Margaret if it weren't for you.
Oh, we'll find a way out. Don't worry. We've seen worse than this.
What?
Yes, although we've never seen
Can
the
you hear me?
insides of worse than this.
I little fireball throwing.
Oh yeah, a worm ate us, and now we are inside of it, in case you didn't
But
catch that.
His voice
because we kind of skipped the cutscene.
And even if it could,
Disgusting.
it was unlikely that the worm cared much for anything its lunch had to say.
Yeah, so the way that clipping works is you go up to the door, the wall, you cycle through all the characters. Now this only works if you start on the wizard or the warrior. It does not work when you start on the ranger. Or maybe it does, and we just haven't figured out the right way. But yeah, you have to cycle through all the characters, and then you can quit and reload.
Notice that we're moving. It's like this worm is headed somewhere.
So right here, I just listen for those audio cues for what I'm supposed to stand on, and then I make it across. Basically, there's like a ball that drops. It's like a trampoline kind of system.
Before they took her. I'm a horrible person.
She wasn't exactly radiating love and comfort earlier.
She's very brave, my little darling. Putting up that prickly, steely exterior in the face of danger.
Sure, like a regular Iron Maiden.
Heroes arrived at a gastric acids.
Oh. Saved. I didn't even know you could stand on that.
Free of the clutches of the giants,
Yeah, I think saving and reloading is the basis for a lot of clipping glitches for sure.
Look at the sign. If we could fly, we could make it to Cloudy Isles.
But we need to find Margaret, or they'll kill her.
We'd still move faster.
this sounds very suspicious to me.
Fly without wings or magic.
Alright, this one is another difficult, like, double clip where it can be kind of finicky.
Free of the clutches of the giant. Sought to find a plan for what to do. Free of the clutches of the giant.
Yeah, that didn't work.
Sought to find a plan for what to do next. Free of the
Oops.
clutches of the.
There we go. Alright. And this level doesn't get too difficult until, oh, okay, as I get shot by a cannonball. Until like the very end. I like to grab that checkpoint just in case. Okay, let's try it again, maybe. Alright, perfect. That was a bit sketchy, but we made it.
This machine will do.
It's got metal wings.
Doesn't look exactly operational.
Not yet. Let's see if we can do something about that.
So we're just gonna go ahead and fix up this flying machine, whatever it is. And this next level is very exciting.
Heroes were flying towards the cloud.
This is the only instance of this glitch that you'll see
Taking the wheel.
in this game, or that you have seen. This is the second to last level.
Best foot forward.
So we're gonna put a force field on that checkpoint. We're gonna kill ourselves. And then we're gonna reload and press right after we reload. Okay, I didn't get it that time. It's kind of a strict timing. There we go. Yeah, so if you have any questions or anything to say, really, now would be the best time, because we're literally just gonna sit here for like a minute and fly across the level. And we have tested this on pretty much every level, and every other level has something that blocks you or just makes it annoying to deal with. So this is really the only level we use this on. Also, it might look like it's going slowly, but we're actually moving a lot faster. The camera's just not keeping up, essentially. It'll snap back eventually. Yeah, right. He was just complaining, and now he's stuck in like a T-pose, just flying. It's more of like a dab. Alright, so here's the end of the level. If we switch characters, we will fall. We gotta go down here to trigger that guy. Gonna put a box there. Oh wait, I need to kill this guy. Drag that over. Yeah, once you do the flying glitch, whichever character you do it with loses their animations, basically. You can do it with any character, I'm pretty sure. Okay, this is the last boss. It's very annoying. Now, try and do this right. Okay. So, he has two attacks, essentially. He'll use one of these weapons, or he'll try and stomp on you. To avoid him trying to stomp on you, we try and jump at a nice time. It's kind of a weird timing. It doesn't always work how you want it. Sometimes he just switches weapons like that if he can't stomp you. Oops.
That will be fixed in the next version.
And then after we get this one, he'll pop out the top. And that's probably the most annoying part. We're gonna try and get on top of him before he fully unleashes. Oh, okay, that's unfortunate. So we're just gonna shoot him from here. You can get on top of him, or behind him rather, and just whack away. But we didn't seize the opportunity, so. And that's the end of the run. That is Trine 2. I hope you guys enjoyed. There's actually one extra level, but we don't include that in the run. And I don't think anyone's done a speedrun of it. I might do that someday, but yeah.
Holy.
GG.
Breezy's goblin minions had been fearful of approaching Margaret. Whatever could be the reason?
I mean, I don't think I have any shout outs other than, you know, the Trine community, everyone in it. They're all great guys.
She has a striking resemblance to those art pieces we saw along the way.
Has she become a
Yeah.
goblin saint now?
You know, they make it fun to just be in the community. Trine 2 doesn't get a lot of runners, or doesn't get a lot of attention, but we all kind of just stick together as one whole community, so it's nice.
Amadeus and Margaret
But yeah, that's it.
reunited.
That is Trine 2. I'm done. Thank you guys.
All there was left to do was to find some well-earned rest.
All right. Thank you to Kit Carson and everyone who stuck with us through those technical difficulties there. If you missed the start of the run, we had some problems and Kit couldn't hear me. So Kit just went ahead and did the whole thing by himself. So big thank you to him. Just as a reminder, you know, the hotfix is funded in part thanks to subscriptions and bits, and we appreciate everybody who tunes in and would very much appreciate it if you consider subscribing. But we're going to take a quick break here while we get ready for Trine 3 coming up next. So we'll be back in just a few minutes. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Trine Showcase. Let me reset the timer there real quick. And we've got Trine 3 now. We've got two familiar faces. They were here for Trine 1, but they've switched roles. So we've got Everton, who's going to be doing the run for us, and Edward G is here to help with the commentary. How you both still doing all right tonight?
Yeah.
It's a bit late, but other than that, it's nice.
I mean, the last time we had both of you here, we saw a PB. We're going to get another PB?
Yes.
Okay. Sounds
Okay.
good.
I believe.
Is there anything you feel like we should cover about Trine 3, like differences between this game and others before we get started, or you just want to do that during the run?
First off, this game is 3D. It is probably the most different out of the three. And
Yeah.
it acts more like a collect-a-thon. You need to collect triangles to unlock levels.
This is the game that like brings a new thing to the Trine series.
Yeah,
Like it's completely different mostly.
you still get the same heroes and stuff. Same art style, but yeah, kind of different with the 3D aspect and everything. And you
The
don't get any
mechanics.
upgrades. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm ready. Timer doesn't start until I'm in the game. So, oh, okay, I forgot about that. There we go.
Right? I'm ready when you are.
Yeah, so timer will start when I'm pressing start on the loading screen, so I'll count you in.
Okay.
Okay, are you ready?
Yep.
In 3, 2, 1, go. So yeah, this is Trine 3. As you can see, 3D. We collect a lot of triangles. Totally, there's 1,000 triangles in the game, and we need 900 to beat it. So we need to collect a lot of them. First off, we start off with Pontius here, and he has a charge, a glide. Oops.
You can see a lot of the new mechanics that this game introduces.
Oh yeah,
Like bunking into the wall and then levitating, not levitating, but flying.
yeah. If you glide into the wall and jump, you get a wall jump that isn't like high enough. Or I mean, it doesn't push you back enough, so you can keep jumping and gaining height. You'll see a big skip at the end by doing that. But first off, we need to collect all triangles in this level.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
need them to unlock the next levels.
Yes. So these first 3 levels are kind of slowish, because the movement really unlocks with all 3 characters together.
So you said that this game is more like a collect-a-thon. What are the requirements to advance in each level?
Just need to like collect enough triangles. I can't remember how many you need for each level, but you need a lot. You need 900 in total to unlock the final boss.
Oh, wow.
And there's 1,000 in total in the game, so you need to collect almost everything.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And still, this game is pretty fast.
Yeah,
Oops,
I was going to
almost
say,
fell.
you say 900, but the estimate's 45 minutes.
Yeah,
That seems blazing.
I'll try an angles run isn't that different. There's a few levels, extra levels you do. Okay, so we're coming up to the end of this level. We're gonna do a pretty huge skip. Gonna collect this last couple of triangles, then I'm gonna wall jump up this wall to go out of bounds. Get me up, can be finicky. I'm up. That looks good. And I'm gonna jump into the end trigger. Got it. Skip an entire last fight of that level.
Yeah, I'm just going over the wall by abusing that mechanic. Very sick skip.
So on to Soya. Soya is pretty simple for the most part. You'll see something interesting with her later, but she normally has her bow and arrow hook shots. Also, one quick thing to note is she can't hook onto every wood piece in this. There's like specific hook things you can hook onto. That's about it. So she can't hook onto as many things anymore. But she can hook onto boxes that Amadeus make, which is very good. You'll see why in a bit when we get to the first big stage.
As you can see now in this game, we hook onto these metal things instead of just wood pieces around the level. So
Exactly.
you can only hook onto them.
Another thing is you can wall jump in this game. You can't do that in. Actually, no, you can't do that in Trine 4. Can you? Oh yeah, you can wall jump.
Yeah.
And there, skip using the box. You shoot an arrow to open up the gate. Very nice.
Very hard strat.
Yep. Okay, made it around the corner. That can be tight. Gonna skip another physics puzzle with just jumping off here and hook shotting and getting momentum around to jump up. Get the last triangle. And instead of doing this puzzle, just open it up and exit. Okay, on to Amadeus. He is quite interesting. You can move really fast with him by moving box onto Amadeus.
Yeah, this is like one of the main mechanics. Pushing yourself with the box is gonna be used everywhere in the run.
Ooh.
It's like one of the most important mechanics in Trine 3.
It's kind of awkward to do though with 3D. Like you can easily like slip out of the way of the box. And
Yeah,
not get
depth
any boost.
perception is very weird.
It's yeah. So here, instead of going into this ship, we're gonna collect this triangle, go back out, do a box jump to get it up, collect this side of the ship. Oh, I missed that. And then come over here, go back and collect the last two triangles inside the ship. There we go. Pretty smooth. So we play on patch 1.1, first official patch of this game. The reason is you can infinite jump box with Amadeus. If you jump after jumping off the box, you can take control of the box again. Oh, I forgot to break this coconut.
You got to admire the beautiful art style.
Yeah, this game is beautiful. Absolutely stunning. There you saw why we play on 1.1. You can do stuff like that. Here we got a little elevator puzzle. Not hard, you just move the box up and down, collect all triangles, and we are out. And now the first big level chapter.
Yeah, now we will be able to use multiple characters for the first time.
And you see it unlocks so much movement options. You go so fast.
Yeah, look at this. This is so fast.
So, yeah, you will hear a lot of Pontius screaming in this game. It can be annoying to listen to, but you get used to it. Okay, nice. Ooh. So what I'm doing here is flinging the box up, then jumping with Soya and hookshotting it, making it kind of an elevator almost. Which you can make some nice distance with it, go pretty fast. And swimming, nothing interesting here. Alright, nice.
After the Astral Academy go for a lily pond.
Landscaping isn't really a part of the curriculum.
Okay. So upcoming is a boss fight called the Young Monster, and we will, you guessed it, skip him. So we come to this back side of him. Can be hard to see what you're doing, but yeah, you fling a box up, hook shot, go around the castle, and then use Pontius wall jump to get up. And
That is
there
so
we go.
sick.
Skip that boss fight. Ooh.
It's very impressive how you're doing it without being able to see at all.
Yeah, there's a bunch of that going on.
Wait, what? You must be talking about Amadeus.
Ooh.
I make no such sound. Well, if neither of you
Upcoming here is to another tech called shield pulling very soon. So I will hug myself up with Pontius and then charge the other direction, and it will open up this little gate here. Let's see if I can get it. No. No. Come on. Okay, this is... There you go. That was... I usually get that second or first try. That's okay. And poor little Kappa dude. We skip him.
nothing to show for it.
Okay. That was not what I intended. Right, if you have any questions, just shoot. This game is so movement heavy, mostly.
I'm sure they had something practical in mind when they set these up.
I'm just enjoying watching this crazy movement. Like you're flying all over the place right now.
Yeah, I love running this game.
Yeah, that's like most of the game. It's a very complex movement
Just
stuff.
just really satisfying hitting like smooth movements over and over again.
To return things back to normal. But I don't get it. Why would Pontius the Brave voluntarily give up his magic powers?
I've been starting to think
Okay, we're coming to close to this level. So this game has a bunch of big chapters, like 4 big chapters. And oh, I messed up. There you go. And it has a bunch of side levels with 1 characters only. So we will go into some fight levels, which can be actually kind of tricky.
I was not prepared for that dialogue.
What about the sheep?
What about the sheep?
tiny shard of time gives us some cold power.
Alright, we will enter Squabble now.
I've a hunch
There's a
we
little skip in this one. But we just need to kill everything here.
Let's have.
These levels can be scary. You can get overwhelmed and die pretty easily. After a pretty shaky start here. Yeah. Okay, so here I will skip a trigger. And I just need to kill these 2 big dudes. Hope I can get them stuck together. Okay, not bad. And that will spawn all the triangles I need. And you see now I hit the trigger and all the other enemies will spawn. Nice.
One landed on that rope up there.
Yeah, that can happen.
So does each level have like different triangle requirements, or do you just need to hit 900 by the end?
You never mentioned.
They have different.
I was there.
Yeah,
to
each level has
leave something for a poor old
a requirement.
As a
An
scary
old
jump.
piece of
So with these minigames level, there's no checkpoint, so if you die, you need to redo the entire level. So they are kind of scary. Okay, so that should be good. I'm gonna quit out of this level. We only need 15 there. On to the next big level.
Amadeus, Pontius,
This is probably
and
the longest
Zoya's
level in the game.
retirement plans. The heroes entered the Astral Academy. with the
We get some
intention
interesting
of
tech
finding
from
out
Soya
about
later
the
here,
sinister cloud.
which we will get to later.
Ours was just one of 3 artifacts, right? There's the artifact of body
Oh.
and the artifact of mind too.
We got a little puzzle.
And they're both stored
We need
in the
to-
Academy's vaults.
There you go. You need to make all the dots light up.
What are the
Okay, I need to get that triangle.
I know as much as anyone. They're 3 magical containers.
And here with the wizard, we just push ourselves with the box to make the swimming a little bit faster.
Who made the artifact?
No one knows.
Another,
They thought it was
I don't know what
the
we call those, like box fling?
It don't resemble anything else that you-
Bonk launch.
I have a
Yeah, box fling or something? Yeah.
Let's hope they die as easily as they come to life.
Yet again, you can see how strong Pontius' little wall IJ infinite jump is pretty strong.
And it looks funny.
Yeah. Skipping every puzzle, just
about the artifact.
doing some nice box flings.
And about us. Since we've been stuck with one of them for the past few years.
I hope they mention my red cloak.
I think it's also very impressive that you remember where all the triangles are.
Yeah, you kind of just remember the routes. I have like checks where I need to check like how many I have. Did I get? Yeah, I got all of those. Oh, crap. Okay, we coming in close to the Soya clip. You want to go over that, Ed?
Sure.
I don't think this is safe.
So you pretty much ledge grab, and you're gonna press the opposite direction and left click.
Is it actually a good idea to follow the black possessed
Um,
smoke around the academy?
You're the wizard.
Please.
You should know these things.
So you're gonna like hold left and down, and left click.
Yeah. So you basically just ledge grab at Soya, hold the opposite direction, and then left click, and she will just start clipping for whatever reason.
Seems to be in order here.
So you do a series of specific inputs there to
Go to the library.
clip through that wall.
Find the
Or
chronicles
door.
of the Guardian.
This gives a nice fight.
Tiny piece of the artifact spoke. It's alive.
Wants us to go to the library.
Alright, this is tricky.
Any other requests, Miss Artifact?
But the voice emanating from the shard said nothing.
Nice. Can def abuse there, but I find it faster to do it.
I'm assuming that jumping on that box is not the intended strat.
No, you can't infinite jump like that. They patched it on the later versions, but this is the first official version. So you could dumb patch it. So you essentially just jump, but when you land on the box again, you can't pull it. So you jump again and you can pull it. You need to jump, pull, essentially.
Not the library too.
That's why we run on the earliest version. Okay, starting to come to a close to this level.
It's interesting how this game is relying way less on the grapple than the other two.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Just the charge jumping and the wall climbing and the box jumping is just so overpowered.
Yeah, I mean it's because you also cannot grapple as much. You need, I mean, you can use your own boxes, but there's
Yeah.
no wooden platforms you can hook onto, so there's less opportunity to just do that.
Okay, so Amadeus is the strongest fighter. He one-shots everyone with the box. So you just one-shot them like that. Now I'm gonna place this box so the enemies won't spawn here. They will spawn here in a clump, and I can one-shot a lot of them. So there they go. And
Yeah,
that's
nobody
nice.
wants to read books.
So now the team will read a book and they will get sucked into the book. So that's the next level.
Oh no.
Be inside a book. This level is really cool. It's hard as
An
well.
unusual library book had captivated more than just heroes.
What a highly irregular way of doing
Ooh.
research.
Ooh, this
Amadeus,
is
Pontius,
okay. We're
Doyle,
good.
do you hear me?
How do you know our names?
We've shared so many
That
adventures
was.
together.
Ay, ay, ay.
Trine.
So now the Trine is speaking to the group.
I can't see you.
I'm a
Oh.
spirit, like Sai. I
A
don't
bit
have
rough
body.
start, missing a lot of Trine
Now we're
angles.
all here together,
It's okay.
we can have a
It
little
happens.
talk. Let's move on.
I mean, I'm impressed with how you don't do that more often, to be honest.
Hope I get both. Yeah, very cool.
When next
It's a lot of though, whereas those where I do a box
you
fling
saw
and
only his spirit.
need to collect multiple Trine angles in a row.
1,000 years ago, he was alive and at the height of his
Okay.
powers.
Very nice.
Sarek had an unquenchable thirst for power and magic. Eventually, he managed to make himself
Okay, we're good.
immortal, but his success made him mad. Unstoppable and insane, Sarek became a threat to every living thing in all the kingdoms, for none could challenge him.
And now this all-powerful, insane sorcerer wants to prove us dead?
Not to worry, Trine is still on our side.
Well, she's also in pieces all over the world.
That ball can destroy your box, and it's really annoying.
Maybe the passing years have mellowed him.
Okay. Oop. Ah, you can get a sound glitch there with that head. It's kind of funny. Okay. We'll get a small breather here, a little cutscene. While the cutscene is playing, we'll go back and collect this last triangle.
No one could kill Sarek.
Doesn't waste any time.
He had enchanted his heart so that he would live forever.
So, we stick a sword through his chest,
Coffee break.
destroy his heart.
Unfortunately, it is not so easy. You see,
This reminds me
Sarek
of Pirates of
locked
the
his heart.
Caribbean too. He locked his heart,
In
didn't he?
fact, he concealed it so well
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
1,000 heroes in 1,000 years
It's reminding me
haven't
of
been able to find
Harry
it.
Potter.
This
Really?
Mm.
the world's most
Yeah.
Oh yeah, with
Interesting.
the
treasure hunt.
Stealing
what was
your
it called?
soul away thing with the Horcruxes.
Oh yeah, Horcruxes. That was the name. Yeah.
But I guess it's
Yeah, kinda.
probably closer
Yeah.
to Pirates of the Caribbean, given that he literally locked away his heart in a box.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, nice. That's kind of tricky to get the charge jump up the box like that. Okay, you can get all three there, but it's I've never done it. It's super tricky.
In a proper body. So was my sister Rona.
Yeah, boy, Sky, you need 900 triangles to be able to complete a game.
Who gave us
You need a certain amount of triangles for each level.
Yeah, you need 900 in total. There is another category called New Game Plus, which means basically you don't need to collect any triangles, and it is so fast and broken. Ah, okay.
Our plan was to separate his soul into
Did you
three
just grapple
pieces
to a box and then
try to
fling the
rule
box through the
our
air?
world.
Yeah, I kind of messed it up. That strat is really cool.
And give us all the time to find his hidden
So you get the momentum sideways and just fly across the room.
Wow. We'll soon find out.
Another nice fight skip. So we collect all triangles except one for it in this level. And the one we skipped was at the beginning of that bridge. Just too slow to go down there. Whoops. Okay, so after this we got one more big chapter level, but we have a lot of small stages first, or mini stages. This stage can be very tricky.
Darned rash.
Very, very tricky.
So close I can smell
And as I said before, if you die in this, you will have to redo the entire stage. So let's not do that. So you'll see another tech where you'll only see here with Zoya. Okay, he stayed onto the platform. Okay, got that. Okay, so here we will do this. No, okay. Unfortunate.
Oh no.
Yeah.
darned rash. The emerald is so close.
Yeah, it's very brutal when you're playing these one character chapters, because if you die, you need to redo the entire chapter.
Yep. Well, we don't need to recollect the triangles though. I could opt to go to some different ones, but I don't know which other ones I should get. That's unfortunate. That's happened multiple times. It's, yeah, it's tricky. Ah. I have my splits open. I'm behind now. That's sad.
Perhaps there are other clues nearby.
Oh. Okay, so we got another fight map, but with Amadeus. We need to trigger these little balls to spawn in all the enemies. And hopefully we can do some optimal boxing.
No pun intended.
No. Okay, that was alright. Oh, okay. It looked like that guy was alive. Oh, I missed one. No, okay. So here's another quick one. We only get 10 and we're out.
The cellars of the Astral Academy. I'm here to find something, aren't
Whoops.
I? They'll never let me
Hello.
graduate
Okay.
if I don't find it.
I couldn't grab the box for some reason. And we're out. It's another level that has given me trouble.
Fireball,
Ooh.
come to me. Nothing is happening. How disappointing. Now maybe the fireball is
That was
hiding.
not what I wanted to do, but yeah, worked out.
Completely intended.
Yes. Okay, so I used to kill this wizard before, but I'm not gonna do it because his hitbox will be so in the way. He will fly up when he's dead, and he will block me. It has killed many runs.
Don't want any great balls of fire rolling around the
floor.
So I've opted
I
out
want to
of
fire
not doing that.
object projectile. It's not
Is he dangerous if you don't kill him?
Nap time's over.
Yeah, he will block you when you try to jump, and you will fall and die. Okay, so last big level.
The
It's a
heroes
beautiful
have
level.
many questions for the unexpected spirit.
Got another
No
Sawyer
one's
clip
seen
in this
this
level.
quest through in 1,000 years.
Exciting.
We be the ones to slay Saret.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We
Okay.
need to find all the pieces of the artifact of soul before
That happens if you
anyone's
mistime
even
your
remotely ready to hunt for
jumps.
Sarek
You will
or
do a
his
full
But after this adventure's over, we'll all be
wall
free,
jump,
go our separate
essentially.
ways, and everyone will be happy, right?
All right then, it's a deal.
I would also like to give a shout out to Nosferatu, who was supposed to run this, but he just lost interest for this game.
Sadly.
He is so good at this game. He made up the entire routes and everything. So shout out to him.
That just happens sometimes, you know, burnout or just not feeling certain games. Totally
Yeah,
respect his
definitely.
decision to just to say, you know, I just don't feel like doing this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to him. He's made all the routes and he has a very good tutorials.
Rather than from the artifact or the book.
So if anyone's interested, check them out.
Ever since we broke the artifact
They're
of
on
soul,
speedrun.com.
she's been able to project her thoughts directly into our minds. It's quite logical. The artifacts were designed to contain soul or souls inside.
Okay.
Now that this one's broken, Trine can somehow use the remainder of the Guardian's magic to communicate with us.
A bit unnerving to hear voices in your head.
Alright. So we're gonna come up here and we're gonna skip a little puzzle here by doing another Sawyer clip. Second and last one, this one. Gotta make sure I'm to the right side of this, and yeah. If you're in the middle, it will just launch you straight up. And you will not have clipped. Oop. That can happen. Yet again, using Pontius infinite volumes, very helpful. And some nice box flings to skip some of these puzzles. You can see a very nice box fling at the end of this level. Skips a big chunk of this level. I feel like I'm saying skip a lot, but yeah, another.
Well, you do skip a lot.
Instead of you're meant to like get a ball and place it in that little fiery thing, but you can just pull with the box and pull down the platform. All right. Ooh, I don't like that. Ooh, okay.
That was close.
Struggling a little bit. It's okay. Oop. Okay, so my triangle count seems right. I have 123 here. I have. Very good. Okay, so we're gonna do a little big skip here. A nice box fling. Gonna come up to this house here, set up the box, and yeah, off we go. Okay, I got the triangle. That happens, that box can break so much. Okay. Some rough parts, but we made it. So we got 2 fight levels left before the final boss. And
Sure,
this
2
one
levels.
we're not gonna fight anything. The triangles are stored on top of this stage, and we can make it up to them and collect them. Okay. Yeah, I made it up. You can hear me collect the triangles now. And we're out. Okay, that was very smooth. Very nice. Okay, this next level is my least favorite. It's super easy to die. You can get overwhelmed super easy. I'm not liking this beginning.
Yeah, this is very hard. You can easily die here.
Yeah, died multiple times here. Oh, yeah, like that. I tried to jump to dodge them, but yeah. That's really
This
unfortunate.
is pretty expected. So it's fine.
So the thing I'm doing, I'm charging and pressing mouse 1 to output the most damage, essentially. It's a lot of mashing. Oh, that swing. I didn't like that. Oh no. Okay, I'm not liking this at all. Okay, this is okay. I'm playing this safe. It usually doesn't go this bad. Okay, I played it super safe. Alright, no PB. PB has gone by already. Alright. On to the final fight.
I was worried that you were jinxing yourself before we started, and you were talking about how your streak of PVs.
Yeah, it's over.
Still a solid run though.
Yeah, it's not bad. Had a few mishaps, but that's okay. Okay, so we're gonna stop these balls and wait. Wait to get more balls in. So
This
you're
is the
meant to
final
hit.
boss, by the way.
Yeah, you're meant to hit him normally, but if we use Amadeus like boxing, you stomp on top, you do twice as much damage. So we save up a lot of balls to stomp on his head.
Yeah.
Okay, so we need 3 more. And last hit is time. I will let you know.
All right.
So it's, yeah, time is very close now. Alright. Alright, final ball and time.
GG.
Okay, it's still a 33 in game time.
Yeah,
Not
very
bad.
solid. Good job.
Thank you. And this game ends with a cliffhanger. They ran out of budget by going 3D. It was too ambitious for them, unfortunately. So the game isn't complete story-wise.
For a change, I'm feeling rather confident.
Yeah, that happens sometimes, but it looks like the game was still pretty fun.
I really enjoyed this game. Super fun to play.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would like to shout out entire Trine community, all the runners today, all the commentators, and GDQ. Thanks for having us. It's been super fun.
Yeah, do you have any shout
Yeah.
outs?
Yeah. Well, yeah, just Trine community and I guess Ape Croc community that I'm also in. Shout outs to them. And yeah, you guys should definitely stick around and check Trine 4. That run is nuts.
Yeah, Trine 4 is very similar to Trine 3. But
In a way,
it's
with the grappling, yeah.
it's a lot more complete and yeah, it's gonna be great.
Going back to 2D. That run is so good. So stick around for that. But yeah, that's me signing off. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for being on and running that for us. Just as a reminder, we have one more run coming up tonight. We have Trine 4. Make sure you stick around. And just a reminder between runs that Hotfix is funded in part thanks to subscriptions and bits. So we'd appreciate it if you'd consider subscribing. But we'll be back in just a few minutes after we get set up for Trine 4. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Community Spotlight. We've been doing our Trine showcase tonight. We've been showcasing all of the games in the Trine series. It's been a lot of fun. And if you feel like you would like to submit a game for consideration to be on the Community Spotlight, you can hit the exclamation point Spotlight command in chat. We do have a form where you can suggest games to be on this show. That's actually how we wound up with the Trine game here, is a suggestion was sent to us. So just want to make sure people know that if you have games you'd like to see, you can get them on here. But we're going to be finishing off with Dabbit Prime here, going to be running Trine 4 for us. And Maximum Leech is going to be on commentary. Why don't you both say hello?
Hey everyone, how's it going?
Hello everyone.
So the last game was 3D, and they were mentioning that this one's back to 2D. Are there any big differences we should talk about before we start, or do you just want to get into that in the game?
Nothing major that I can think of. Basically, the Trine games went back to 2.5D, is what they like to say. Tried to recapture the magic of the first two games. And I think they did an absolutely fantastic job of it. And I think it's going to speak for itself.
Okay, sounds good. I am ready when you are then.
All right, so game starts when I click on easy here. Please just give me a countdown and let's go.
All right, let's go in 3, 2, 1, go. Let's go in 3, 2, 1, go.
So Trine 4 kind of starts out the same way as all the other Trine games. You have your classic 3 solo levels with your 3 Trine characters. So we start off with Amadeus here, and David's already doing some speed tech here called box walking. Basically, you just create a box and shove it into you as you're walking, and it's a good bit faster than walking normal speed.
Yeah, it is. I can try to take care of it in a sec.
But not so much all the near-death experiences.
Yeah, pretty much. We're going to be doing this a lot in the run, and when we get to the night later, you kind of see some new tech as we go along. We unlock some abilities, but pretty much until then, if you have some kind of open space to walk, we're going to be doing this box walking thing just because it's so much faster than regular walking. But this game is pretty different than Trine 3 in terms of Amadeus's abilities. So you can conjure up a lot of different items. So it's not just the box. You can do a box. Later on, we're going to get a steel ball, and we'll also get a platform later. And all 3 of them have their uses, and you'll find very useful situations for all of them. So especially some really crazy tech that Dabbit's really good at. That'll come up later. It's super fast. So as Dabbit's kind of just going through this level, I'll sort of explain the story here. Oddly enough, this is the only Trine game that doesn't feature the Trine. I have no idea where the Trine is, but basically Amadeus was up at a wizarding conference when he goes out to the mailbox, which is for some reason on the other side of the mountain range, and finds a letter from the Astral Academy asking them to go look for their missing student named Prince Celius.
Yeah, just for chat, we've got the game sound very quiet right now because of a tech problem. We'll hopefully be able to get it resolved pretty soon.
So this is our first little boss, I guess you could say. He's really simple. You just gotta shine the light on him and then hit him a few times. And Dabbit's got some crazy fast strats. Like he just finished that boss super fast. So Pontius kills that undead knight who's been plaguing the town nearby, and he's hoping to eat a lot of pie as a reward, but instead gets a letter from the Astral Academy, naturally, to go and look for the prince. And yes, Dabbit is insane. He's insane at this game. So now Zoya's at this festival, and you know, being, as she calls herself, an entrepreneur, she's looking to make some money. Maybe not completely morally, but you know, girls got to eat, I guess. So right there, you'll see Dabbit shooting tons of arrows across that area right there, trying to pop those balloons, because you have to pop some balloons to make that platform fall so you can climb up that wall.
So what are these things that are being picked up here?
So that's experience. Basically, it's oh well, I guess actually, so we did a new game plus run of Trine 1, so you didn't get to see it there, but Trine 1 has something similar where you have experience. The Trine 1 run was new game plus, so we already have all the experience in the game, so you didn't get to see it, but basically you just use that to unlock abilities, and he's going to be picking up all the convenient experience as he goes, because he's going to be getting a couple of abilities in this run, namely the levitation stomp, which you kind of saw a little bit of in Trine 3, where Amadeus can slam his box down on the ground. And what are some others, Dabbit? I can't remember what all we get in this run. Oh, Dabbit muted himself. I can't hear him.
Yeah, he's muted right now.
Gotcha. I hope I don't talk over him.
I think I saw him messing with a setting, so that might be... No, that didn't fix it. If you need to pause to fix the thing, Dabbit, let me know. We can totally do that.
Oh wow, he got that. Okay, so I'm not sure if we figured out why this works, but sometimes if you spawn a box, and it usually happens at the beginning of the level, you spawn a box like within the first couple like frames, I guess, of starting the level, your box will move at like double speed, and so you can use it to box walk really, really quickly. And just now he did that, and then also threw it really far and really fast to hook on with Zoya. Kind of similar to how we saw in Trine 3 earlier. So the Astral Academy has recruited all three heroes to go find Prince Celius, who we basically find out was a student at the Astral Academy, but they kicked him out because he was too, quote unquote, unstable. And so he gets mad and says, I'm going to learn magic on my own. And he ends up finding a spell that brings all of his nightmares to life. And so now there are nightmares all over the world, kind of wreaking havoc on everything. And that's what those wolf things you saw earlier were. They were projections of Celius's nightmares. Hence, Trine 4, the Nightmare Prince. Okay, Dabbit must have learned how to do this on command secretly, because I've never seen that before.
You've never seen
But that
this
is
before?
super sick. That really fast like box movement right there. Previously, I thought that was only at the beginning of the level, but he just did it right in the middle of the level, and I have no idea how. So, shout out to Dabbit for being a legend.
I mean, it was talked up quite a bit that Dabbit's very good at this game when we were planning.
Yes, he is. He's very good. We haven't even gotten to like the difficult tech yet. Like he's kind of just moseying on through the beginning levels. But once he gets the Knight's Charge, the game's really gonna pick up. Yeah, man, David's got the hidden technology. He's been holding out on us. So something you'll notice with David's, something I think really sets him apart as a runner, like, is one of his biggest strong points is he has like really specific routes, I think, for all of his combat sequences. So when you go into combat, the game kind of locks you into this combat arena using these like collision with these like dream walls, and so you have to complete the fight and you have to kill all the enemies before you can progress. Well, David has really specific sequences that you know, he kills all these enemies in, especially later. He's got some really cool like combat routes, I guess you could call them. And so here, our trio of heroes find the forlorn Prince Celius, and he says, I'm not going back to the academy, I hate that place, and screw you guys. So then this giant dog appears. How's this? Is my volume good?
Abandoned garden.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you. Yeah, sounds good. Thank you.
At least it stopped raining.
And we're in a pretty garden.
Oh, things are looking up.
All right, so now this is a thorny hedge maze, and basically our heroes they're chasing Prince Celius now. He is heading back to the place he grew up at, which is the Heatherwood Hall. And so you're kind of going through this big maze-like garden to get to him. So here, Zoya gets her first ability, which is the elemental arrows, and you'll see she has a fire and ice arrow, kind of similar to some of the previous games in the series. They can one-shot the opposite element, and so you'll see him doing a lot of quick swaps.
You've changed the color of your box, Amadeus.
Does it mean it's now more powerful than ever?
I thought it might be fun to coordinate with my fine new wardrobe. In fact, I thought you'd notice the new coat before the box.
Well, I guess it's an improvement from running around in sandals without any trousers.
There were trousers, just very...
Dang, when did he find that out?
You're hiring.
Oh, sick. I had no idea.
Go back and tell the wizards
Find what out?
their useless talisman. If they're worried about that.
well, you know.
What does it do? It's to separate dream and reality, but it's too weak. As you must have noticed.
So, are we fighting dreams?
Subconscious manifestation. Could be.
Dreams? Ooh, those would be the wolves. Explains why they all go pop.
Yeah, I think honestly it's a big selling point of all the Trine games, just how beautiful they are. The Frozen Byte art team is really spectacular.
There! Prince Celius.
Okay, so right here, normally you do this fight, but they actually just forgot to put collision right there, so we just jump right out of the combat arena, which is pretty handy.
If they're Celius's bad dreams we're fighting,
Any combat skips we can find in this game, the better, because combat's just kind of clunky and slow.
And getting through this garden would be a real nightmare.
It could be worse, though. Too hard things, mouldy potatoes.
let's stop talking about this. If this prince can summon fearsome nightmares, then we really shouldn't be adding it.
It's the cost.
So...
Amadeus, we'll find him in the ruins. Having at last made their way through the thorny garden.
All right, so David just bought Levitation Stomp, which is an ability that lets him slam the box down, or whatever object he has down on his enemies. It's really, really good. It does a lot of damage, and it's really fast. And also in a lot of combats, enemies will just spawn like high up in the map or something like that. It's just really useful for killing enemies. Like, you can see how much faster that is than running to each of them and swinging with your sword or something like that.
The ruins a bit more challenging.
So we take a little dip here and there. It'll be fine.
I guess the castle's seen better days.
I think it might have been fixed.
Looks abandoned to me. So
No, okay.
what's up to coming here?
I forgot about that skip. So when you walk up to that gate, I guess you just hit a flag that says the game tells you to respawn behind the gate if you die. And so you just kind of walk up to the gate and then fall off the ledge and you completely skip it.
This castle stinks of fortune.
Pretty handy.
Too bad everything of worth is already looted.
It must have been a grand little palace back in its day.
It's funny how we always find castles only when they're ruins.
Yes, I propose we break in a fully furnished castle in Amherst.
David, do you have a name for that? Is that like a box charge? Oh, okay. Shoot, I forgot to explain about that. So, basically, if Amadeus throws a box in this game, it's not quite like Trine 3 where he can throw it pretty quick. Amadeus throws boxes kind of slow in this game, but if you charge into a box and then grapple it with Zoya, you can actually fly super far and you get a lot of speed for free. Also right there, so this level and the next level are the only two spots in the game where this works, but you can actually clip through those bars by grabbing onto, like, throwing a box at yourself and grabbing onto the edge of it with Amadeus, and you'll just go right through the gate. And then I guess the game detects, like, oh, he's behind the gate. That means it should be open, so it'll just open it right behind you. Like this. Yep, just like that. And here's the end of the level.
Ah, Lord.
David is flying right now.
In the depths of the ruined castle.
So basically, they found Prince Celius, and he gets mad at them again, and he crushes a little talisman that separates dream and reality. And so now we play through the same level, except this time the mansion is not broken down, kind of in ruins. It's as Celius remembers it in his dreams, which is from when he was a child, and they're happy memories. So this time the mansion's going to be nice and pretty and clean, and I think this is probably most runners' favorite level, just because it's just really cool, it's really pretty, and there's a lot of those gate clips we talked about earlier, like one right here.
We're in a dream. Is the dense, impassable fog a metaphor for something?
It's just a really fast-paced level. It's a lot of fun.
It's something you can't face.
Or maybe they had a serious...
Oh, he almost got it. That's a crazy clip. We just got gate clips on gate clips. So this is what I'm talking about when I talk about like superior combat routing. Like, that fight took about 1 second, and casually that would be like a 30-second fight.
So what's this lift a metaphor for?
Maybe it means we are plunging down into the dark depths of his consciousness.
Yeah, if you played this game more, you might actually know for sure.
I'm glad it's the prince's nightmare you have to contend with. It'd be awful if they were mine.
Is Dabbit talking? Because I don't hear him through his stream.
Oh, y'all can't hear him on stream? I'm sorry.
Stop! Stop talking about your dreams.
Dabbit was saying,
Yeah, he needs to unmute himself on his stream.
he's... Probably just turn your volume settings up for your mic on OBS. So right here, Dabbit does a box jump, and then a box charge, or whatever we called it earlier, I can't remember, to get a little extra height. And you'll be seeing that throughout the run. It's pretty hard to do, but Dabbit's just insane, and he gets it pretty much every time.
By my trousers!
And so here we have Amadeus' boss. So basically, as the heroes progress, they start to realize that their own personal nightmares are starting to materialize in the world. And this is Amadeus' nightmare, which is a witch that looks alarmingly similar to his wife.
With a fireball, but I prefer to see you bumble about cluelessly. Get to work.
Of course. Just please don't.
Finally.
Also, that's definitely some cheese on that puzzle. You're not supposed to solve that fourth section like that, but you know, you did that. Also, Dabbit wants to apologize. He's an OBS noob, as he says, and he doesn't know how to get sound on the stream. So. So now we're moving into Act 3.
And it's not like we're getting anything out of this little thing.
Yeah, and basically,
It's on the back from the wizard.
they're gonna try to find a cure for Celius's nightmares, and so they're going through the woods, like every adventurer does, I guess.
Oh, look at the glowy stones. There must be some kind of ancient magic lingering in these ruins.
Let's see what this magic can do.
So these green glowy mushroom things you'll notice are kind of throughout the run. They destroy boxes and planks, but rocks like that, and also the steel ball we're about to get in a second, do not damage it. So the steel ball becomes really important because we have to use it to solve certain puzzles. And also, it's really good for combat. As you'll see later, there are certain enemies that are a big pain in the butt, and they are best dealt with by using the ball because they can't destroy the ball.
Business is booming, I hear.
Yeah, this game is just really beautiful. Every level looks so distinct, and they're all just beautifully colored. Wow, that was almost a little too good, David. He said he dies there a lot.
Interesting moths in this forest.
So we actually solved this puzzle. A lot of the puzzles in this game are actually pretty quick to solve if you know how to solve them. And so sometimes it's actually faster to just solve the puzzle than to try to do some kind of skip. Oh, that didn't work. Yeah, Dabbit might have to slow down, dude. The cops are probably right behind him.
Are you saying that the speed cops are going to be after Dabbit?
Yeah, for sure. He's got to keep up this pace, otherwise he might get caught.
All our nightmares.
Then we'll face them like we did with your Aunt Gretchen.
I think the stream would be okay if he kept up this pace. It's pretty blazing.
Yeah, it is. This is insane. Oh, sorry, I jinxed you, David. World record for this category is
Someone's in trouble.
about 55 minutes, 48 seconds RTA.
Heroes followed the
But we typically take out the load times in this category just because it's a
like a friendly
computer game.
denizen
So.
of the forest.
There's no more shouting. I hope they're all right up there. Let's get home, my...
My money's on more nightmares.
All right, so here we're on our quest and we run across this friendly badger who has lost his journal. He has the journal, right, or does he have the seeds? He has the journal, yeah. And so he says,
Looks like the
I've lost my journal, I need help. And our friendly heroes are like, yeah, sure, we'll help you find your journal. So we get some new enemies in this level, which are the hedgehogs, and they are a real pain because they will spin and they destroy any item that Amadeus conjures, except for the steel ball, like I mentioned earlier. So that's really... They do? Oh. I thought they didn't.
So they do destroy the steel ball?
Yeah, they do destroy the steel. That's what I was thinking of. They're invincible when they're spinning unless you freeze them. So they're a pain. They're like the worst enemy in this run.
Trust Prince Celis to take care of his nightmares on his own. Not one can't control his powers.
And too bad his talisman was shut.
So I want to know why we met a friendly badger instead of a friendly sheep.
He magics up every...
The last game, the knight was complaining that we never helped sheep.
I'm not sure. We helped a goat earlier. I don't know if that counts.
Seems like a good tie-in.
He went all the way hiding this journal.
Well, it wouldn't be much of a nightmare.
Yeah, I guess they're pretty close.
Yeah.
We're not afraid of dark holes in the ground. So let's find that journal.
Yeah, so a lot of this level is just kind of general zoom in. As you can see, David is doing that very well. And here, I think is the first time we see these keys. So there's a couple puzzles in this game that take a blue key and a red key, and you got to get both on the door. And the routes are pretty cool to watch for these because it's almost like he's doing two things at once. Like with the wizard, it kind of looks like that sometimes. He just goes so fast with it. What? That was so sick.
This is another one of those games where I'm just sort of getting into a trance just watching it, you know.
Yeah, it's so smooth. So buttery.
Just
yeah, I
lean
think...
back into your chair and enjoy.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I think Frozen Byte really hit the nail on the head with this game. They kind of goofed a little bit on Trine 3. I think they bit off more than they could chew. But you know, they took their time with Trine 4, and it really turned out to be a masterpiece. I think it's a great game. Very fun casually. It's a great co-op experience.
So how much of the speed tricks we've been seeing in these speedruns like are solo only stuff?
Pursuit of the nightmare.
So those
Celius chose to run off into a more
those like box charges, like that. Those are pretty much solo only, I'd imagine. I guess unless in a co-op run,
Pleasantly of gold.
the other person's just sticking as Zoya pretty much the whole time. Because in co-op runs, you can only play as like each person can only play as one character at a time. All right, I don't know how do I say this. You can't have duplicate characters. There you go.
Okay.
So you know, to do a trick like that, basically one person would have to just be sitting on the thief, and then the other person would just be doing all the speed tech. But we haven't really had any crazy co-op runs in this game yet. We've had a couple people submit, but they're kind of just like fast playthroughs and not necessarily like really intense like speed, you know, a lot of speed tech kind of runs. So we'd love to have a first.
What do you know? I think of my
That was insane. Okay, so now the Knight gets a fancy new ability called the Dream Shield, which allows him to spawn a kind of a dream shield to reflect light and water and whatever else he needs to reflect. So he'll be needing that for a lot of puzzles coming up in the run.
How many puzzles do we actually do in this run? I know in some of the early ones it was 0, but we've already done a couple so far.
You actually do quite a bit just because we don't have a lot of skips for certain things. Was that a combat skip? I think it was. Yeah, it was. Yeah, we do a lot of the puzzles. Just one, because they're fast, and two, you know, there are a lot of really, really thick collisions and things we don't know how to skip yet, hopefully. But yeah, so the Prince's Dream and the level before it, I can't remember, Heatherwood Hall, I think is what it's called. Those are definitely like the glitchiest levels right now, just because they have so many gate skips and things like that.
more seeds for our collection. This must be the white midsummer rose.
Pretty. Not pretty like diamonds, though.
Nice. Alright, so now we've helped out our hedgehog friend, who is the badger's neighbor. And if you noticed, the badger has nightmares of hedgehogs, and the hedgehog has nightmares of badgers. So I don't know if they really get along too well as neighbors. But basically, they tell us.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it.
They after we help them out, they say, "Yeah, the prince went that way. He went to Firwood Water, and so that's where our heroes head off to."
That seal is as dangerous as I am dainty.
Didn't teach you after all.
So David did the slow strat there, where you actually bounce on the seal's back, and it's pretty funny. Later in the level, they tell the audience to not jump on the backs of animals because good boys and girls don't do that. So, so yeah, here's a. They literally say that.
No, I mean the trick that just happened.
Yeah. So that's yeah, we need to start naming our stuff, man. I don't have good, cool names for this stuff, but basically you make two balls, and you attach them with a rope, and then you jump on one with Zoya, and you attach a rope to yourself as well, or like from yourself to the ball that you're standing on. That way you don't fly off, and you basically, it's just like a giant, like, unending ramp. You can gain a lot of height and speed really fast. FB, it has a name. Flying balls. There you go. You gotta get cooler names than that, though, man.
Treacherous monster of the depths.
I mean, you could go for the Spaceballs reference and call it Going Plaid.
Nice.
I'm a big fan of this night swimming animation in this game. It's pretty great.
Yeah, as you can see, a common theme among the Trine speedrunning community is that swimming sections are kind of just bad. That's why we skip all of them in Trine 1 and most of them in Trine 2. And we try to skip them in Trine 4, but we don't have a lot of skips yet.
Yeah, this game only came out in 2019.
Yeah, it came out in October of last year, October 8th, I believe.
While it was
So it's very new,
adventurers to encounter magical creatures that allowed them to
and it's already, you know, this route is like crazy optimized already. David's world record run is just insane.
In fact, a wise young adventurer would normally
just,
restrain themselves from
Off the screen again.
Yep. It's kind of a common thing in these Trine games, as you can see.
Yeah, the camera just does not know how to cope with that.
Oh, okay. So David informed us that he's intentionally not skipping this fight right here, because if he does, he gets soft locked. So he won't be able to progress. So like a lot of these puzzles, like technically we're solving it the intended way, but David just does it so fast, and he does it
Anywhere down there.
in a like a
we go.
faster than normal way that it kind of looks like you're skipping it, but he actually is solving them normally. So now we're at the end of Act 3, and we are at Pontius's nightmare, which is basically 3 of his old comrades calling him a fake and not a real knight.
Not you, too.
Which, you know, words hurt, man. So I think there's a really valid nightmare.
It's also a nightmare.
Very, very nice.
I'm sure
Yeah,
that
so-
joke has never been made before.
Actually, I don't think it has, surprisingly. But so David has some crazy tech he's trying here, which is a double jump. So if you jump like at a very like specific interval, like you jump twice in a row at a very specific interval, you can jump like kind of twice. It's like a mini jump and then a full jump, and using that double jump, you can actually reach that knight that's at the top. It just saves a little bit of time. You don't have to wait for him to throw a spear.
What had begun as a simple quest to retrieve a missing prince.
And so those nightmare projections die, and we move on to Act 4. The Crackling Mire. This level is
Looking for the prince if we'll only get into another fight with him.
not that bad.
Instead of pursuing.
Oh, that sucks.
As for what
His rope got clipped by that little flower bullet thing. Kind of a bummer.
the muddy waters.
Oh, so your ropes can get cut by enemies?
Yeah, so those little flower things, I think they're actually like in every Trine game pretty much. They like shoot the little energy bullet things. Those will cut your ropes. They'll also destroy boxes and planks. And oh, that was nice. I think the only thing they don't destroy are the steel balls.
After the last time you said that, I was kind of waiting for Dabbit to correct us again.
Yeah. Yeah, obviously I don't really know what I'm talking about here. I'm just making it up as I go.
This place has been abandoned for quite some time. They did not stay.
Right. It's the confidence. So, fun fact about this game, there is an ability you can unlock with Amadeus, which turns the ball into a bouncy ball. And it has exactly 0 uses in this run. Or kind of in the game in general. We're not really sure why it's in there.
These bones remind me of the time when all those skeletons came to life. We were lucky back then that all the necromancy was limited to fairly small piles of bones.
Although an epic fight against an undead dragon would have been a tale to remember.
Alright, so David's at the end of the level here, and when he gets to the end, this weird mermaid fish lady is going to pop up
Is she a creature of
and
mud?
say,
Surprise thee.
you need a potion of light to cure the prince's nightmares.
What's in the vial?
And so here's your potion, but you got to go visit the people at the end of the next 2 levels to get the full potions, basically.
Enchanting forest I've ever been.
That's a paraphrase.
Guess we're in for another fishing encounter.
So, we'll go see the mermaid's brother. He'll know what to do.
Yeah, I can't help but notice we're dealing with multiple people's nightmares at the same time now.
Yeah, so they kind of mix and match the enemies as you go throughout the game. And we even get some new nightmares in the last act. But, you know, on easy mode, they're kind of all inconsequential, really.
That poor Mr.
The camera was very not happy with that one.
Yeah. So Pontius, being the animal lover he is, uses his sword to slap that little spiny thing off the bear's paw.
Aren't we being far too
Uh-oh.
trustworthy with these spirits?
Yeah, we're good.
They seem to have something up their
So now Zoya has a new ability called the fairy rope. So basically her rope turns kind of like that white color,
Neither did the
and it makes things levitate, you know, while they're attached to that fairy rope.
but it turned out to be a
And so it's required to solve certain puzzles, but other than that, we don't really have a whole lot of use for it.
So someone in chat is asking what abilities get leveled up in this speedrun.
heroes help.
So the levitation stomp is something you have to level up because that's not like unlocked through progression. Like there's certain abilities unlocked through progression. So Dabbit can conjure 2 items just through progression. But any more than that, I think he has to buy his abilities, if I'm not
Help
mistaken.
a lot of others. Get the prince to calm down.
Oh, you get 3? Okay.
We'll go away.
Fine. Fair points. Aw, this bear is so adorable. Look at it climb.
So those are abilities you buy or just through progression?
Just like Zoya.
Yeah, you have to buy enemy levitate. Stomp you get automatically. But other than that, I'm not sure if there are any others. Oh, you do buy critical arrows? Okay.
Yeah, just to reiterate for people who are tuning in, we're having a minor tech issue. Seems to be the theme of the night. So, Dabbit can't quite be heard on stream right now, so we're just sort of relaying the things that he says.
Last of the woodland spirits, the heroes.
The last flying ball glitch right here.
It's such a good glitch.
Oh, it's great. The camera is just like, what are you doing? So this level is really, really awesome. I really hated it at first, but it's kind of grown on me. Because one, it's just really, really beautiful. I love this color palette. And
I wish actual
also, it's just a lot of good movement, a lot of good,
other colors but green.
you know, box charges and things like that. So.
I really like how just smooth movement these Trine games looks when people are doing it really well.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You're just chaining movement stuff together one after another.
So we actually, I guess I should mention, we do have ways of clipping through collision that's a little bit thicker, kind of like this one right here. The only problem is it requires certain abilities that we don't buy in this run because this is a new game run. However, in New Game Plus, we have every ability unlocked, which is things like the Knight's magnetic shield. He can make things magnetic. And using that, you can kind of manipulate items into certain places and then hold on to them. And kind of similar to like the Prince's Dream earlier, you can sort of, you know, clip through like thicker collision doing that. But that's a New Game Plus only strat, which unfortunately we don't get to show off here.
Just as soon as we reach the treetops, that nice lady will complete the potion for us.
And I guess then we'll make the prince drink it.
With the nightmares gone, everything will be back to normal.
And hurrah! Let's just hope Celius doesn't come up with another new nightmare before that.
You gotta love the super realistic water collision, water physics.
Oh yeah, it's
pretty good.
Hyper realistic, I would call it.
Yeah.
Completely true to accurate, real life situations.
So yeah, these fights get annoying. So oftentimes what you'll see David do is he'll like kind of put the ball like next to them and then stomp it, which doesn't make a lot of sense when you like think about why it works, but there's just a weird bug that sometimes when you try to stomp from directly above them, it just doesn't connect for some reason.
So kind of hitting them from the side is just a little bit more consistent usually?
Yeah, you kind of just like move it into the side of them and then stomp it, and I guess like the hitbox like on the side will hit them and deal the damage you need.
I wonder if it's an issue of just like starting the item in their hitbox so that it doesn't have time to move through before it can collide with it.
Yeah, maybe so. We're not really sure. We just kind of do what works, you know?
Just before my night, a dark nook.
That's a great idea. All right, so now we're on to Zoya's nightmare, which is she became a princess, which is hilarious. And so right now she's going to go in the background and kind of summon arrows on you, but David's basically just going to 100% cheese this fight by putting a tightrope on the top and just kind of chilling. This is basically just auto-scroller time.
Is that a complete save spot, or do you have to walk left and right a little bit?
Sometimes you have to walk left and right, but that's about it. So yeah, so she has like 3 little, royal artifacts, and you just gotta pull them off one by one. Actually, in the spot that he's standing right now, you might not have to move. I think you're safe, I think. Yeah, you are.
I like it that her nightmare is being a princess. That's
yeah,
great.
It's hilarious. So now we found the 3rd magical person that finishes our potion of light. So now we just got to track down Prince Elias and kind of force feed him, like airplane into the mouth style. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was curious about that because it didn't sound like he would want to be fed a potion to fix his nightmares. Is this what you were saying earlier?
Yeah, not really. I think after a while he kind of comes around and basically, the heroes reason with him like, we're not gonna get this kid to do it, and something's got to stop him. And so he's like, all right, fine, I'll drink the stuff. Maybe it'll work.
I guess we start by asking nicely.
So now we're at the last act, and these levels get kind of crazy. They just have well, first off, they're really long, which is nice, but they just have difficult puzzles that kind of...
Maybe I should carry some.
Oh, wow. The plank still fell and you got through. They have more difficult puzzles that kind of require some weird solutions.
I do like it that you have 2 characters that are very, combat oriented when it comes to lore, and the main combat option is just stomping people with boxes.
Yeah, exactly. The big joke throughout the Trine series is that Amadeus can never conjure a fireball, and then he's like the best fighter in pretty much every game except Trine 1, so it's kind of hilarious. So here he has to do some kind of weird stuff with the fairy rope. You gotta like kind of finesse those balls into position. He actually made that look pretty easy. That's a pretty annoying puzzle right there.
Yeah, someone in chat's asking.
Elias is hanging out there. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Somebody in chat was asking if he's playing with controller. I'm pretty sure he's using mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, mouse and keyboard. You kind of have to for Trine 4.
Seems we don't even have
the cursor is really, really slow. So in order to do a lot of like the good tech, you gotta have a mouse and keyboard. So covering like a vertical distance, it's best to use the plank like that. It's just really easy to walk along it at the same time. Also, the wind blows you down right here if you try to jump into it. So,
Heroes chase the vanishing prince.
Dabbit having a 5 head just conjures a box above him, and he's able to jump for free. So now they forced Celius to drink the potion, and it was disastrous. He basically created a nightmare version of the Astral Academy.
Astral Academy.
And so that's kind of what we're traversing now. We're going and looking for him. Oh my gosh, Dabbit, that was so clean.
It was also delightfully easy to break into.
Like just punting the sphere off of the distance and taking out one of the hedgehogs along the way.
Yeah, that's great, man.
It's easy to imagine there was some disdain in that throwing of the ball there.
Oh yes, there is much disdain. We don't like these enemies. Pretty clever solution to that puzzle right there. So now we kind of get this nightmare form of Celius, and he says that the real Celius is gone and he's the only thing left, which is not true.
I'm worried it was much cleverer than any scene enough of pain.
Oh, didn't he mention?
That's just the... You're right.
Oh, please.
This level's so cool, man. It's like a weird, trippy galaxy nightmare. It's way cooler than my nightmares.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
When did Dabbit start running this game? Dabbit started running this game as soon as it came out, I guess you could say.
Down is good, right? We might find the dungeons.
I'm worried.
Pretty much day one.
Looks like Celius. He'll be down there.
Nothing you arrows can't fix.
Oh, he tried to get the skip. So right there, if you're really crafty, you can use the knight and kind of aim back and forth with the shield as you fall to block all of those lasers. It's super precise. Dabbit almost got it. And that's the Nightmare Academy.
After the prince's nightmare ended, the heroes found them.
Is that like the prince and a nightmare prince?
Yep. Yep. So when he drinks the potion of light, basically, I guess the idea is like the light gets stronger and so is the shadow. So his shadow becomes reality and captures him. So now we're trying to save the prince from his dark side. Very metaphorically beautiful.
Swords and arrows and boxes. Unless you want this boy to die.
So this is shadow magic.
So this is like the last full-length level. It's called Haunted Tombs. Basically all three of the last levels, Snow-Topped Heights, Nightmare Academy, and the Haunted Tomb are all just great levels. Really beautiful, really great puzzles casually. It's pretty much, you know, like, I guess you could say like the climax of the story as well. So it's just, it's great.
Well, Celius is
Oh, let's see it.
and he's about as obstinate as a goat. So why did you bring him?
Oh, what? Okay, so I guess before Dabbit explains, let me see if I can guess. You put the ball there to stop yourself from spawning right there, and so the spawn gets moved over into the next area. Hey, I was right. Shout out to Milani. Milani's kind of the other runner that does this game, and it's basically a legend as well.
I like how often I'm just watching Dabbit shoot things off screen before they come onto camera to open doors.
Yeah. And so we're pretty much right at the end of the level here. He's got one more quick puzzle, which this one's super satisfying to watch. A crazy angle fairy rope with the fire arrow. And so here's the end. So now we're on to the very final boss, where Celius' dark side kind of goes ham on Celius and becomes this big demon-looking thing. And Dabbit starts off by dealing damage before the boss even spawns. Pretty good. So Dabbit's going to kind of cheese this fight sort of the same way. Except, so this one, it has two different patterns. So like some of the patterns are preset, like this one. And then sometimes it tracks where you are. So you will have to actually move around for this one a little bit.
Oh, that's
but
goofy.
Yeah.
The chain stomping, that's great.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I also like watching the knight struggling to balance on the rope. It's a nice detail.
So now he's going to get some more rapid stomps. And time comes up whenever he deals the last bit of health. Which, yeah, he does a huge circling pattern. It takes forever. And then after that, he'll stomp him until he's dead. Yeah, after this one. Look at him go. NASCAR, baby. And time. There you go. Is that a PB? Is that a world record? 54:32.
And despite all that,
That's world record by over a minute.
You almost beat your end game time with your real time.
No, I'm not messing with you. You actually got a world record by over a minute.
You almost beat your end game
GG,
time
man.
with your real time.
That's insane.
Oh. All right. So Railcoon, thank you so much for letting us do this. It was an absolute blast. I had a ton of fun. I'd love to do it again sometime. If you ever have an openings, let us know, okay?
Yeah.
Shout outs to the entire Trine community. There's literally nobody there that I haven't met and thought, wow, this is an awesome person. It's been a ton of fun just figuring out stuff and doing runs. Shout outs to Frozen Bite for making these fantastic games and being awesome people to work with. And shout outs to everybody that works at GDQ, both Hotfix and the other one, for just being amazing people.
And I want to re-up on the Trine community. They really are super friendly. A lot of the runners are inactive, but they're still very willing to help new runners, learn tricks and how to do things. So just hop in our Discord if you want to learn any runs, and we'll be glad to teach you and help you along. And yeah, thanks again for the opportunity, GDQ, and I hope everyone enjoyed the spotlight.
Yeah, and I just linked the Trine series, speedrun.com. It has a link to the Discord there in chat. We'll make sure that it's in the YouTube video description as well if you're watching on YouTube. But thanks everyone who's on today, running and commentating. That's Edward G, Kit Carson, Efferton, Dabbit Prime, and of course Maximum Leech here helping us commentate at the end. It was a good show. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for Time Capsule. It's a show about speedruns that came out in the same year, like a little slice of time, a bunch of games that were released at the same time, and then we just showcase the different speedruns of them. It's usually a good time. So tune in tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern to catch that. And of course, game submissions and volunteer applications for Summer Games Done Quick are still open. You can go to gamesdonequick.com for that. But we're going to wrap it there for tonight, and we'll see you on Tuesday.